Hi everyone, welcome to week 5 of Zest Balance. So as we said before, we're going to offer you some some standing options this week as well as seated options, okay? So as always, do as much or as little as you want to do. If anything hurts or doesn't feel right, just stop and join back in when you're ready, okay? If you can stand and it is safe to do so, please do. It will make it a lot more effective. So just make sure that you have something sturdy, a chair, a table to help with your balance, because you will be taking one leg off the floor and doing a lot of the exercises that we have been doing previously sitting, okay? So start off with, if you are staying seated, that's absolutely fine, okay? Just start to bring yourself towards the front of your chair, feet are flat on the floor and just connecting that head up towards the ceiling, okay? If you need to rest seated, we just take our back support back, and then when you're ready, come forward, okay? If you are standing, you need your feet hip width apart, standing up nice and tall, and just nice soft knees. And again, having that chair, just to have a bit of support. And you can have 2 hands, 1 hand, fingers, whatever level of support feels right for you. But you should be able to stand up nice and tall, okay? So, in that posture check, taking that nice deep breath, and then what I'd like to do, seated or standing, just start to pedal the feet, okay? So warm up, these are all exercises that we've done before in weeks 1 to 4. So we're just going to get those feet pedaling, we're going to get ourselves warmed up, and then go into that dynamic endurance, okay? So 10 more seconds here, keeping up nice and tall, keep looking forward, okay? 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, well done. So, next exercise, we're going to do some shoulder shrugs. So when you're ready, bringing those shoulders up towards your ears and then squeezing back down. Up towards the ears, squeeze back down. So these are exactly the same, seated or standing, okay? Again, if you want to have your hand on for support, that's absolutely fine. Just shrug those shoulders up and back down. Nice deep breaths, no holding the breath. I'm going to go into shoulder rolls. So when you're ready, just start rolling those shoulders up, around, just lovely big circles. Just a few more, so just getting the tension out of your neck and shoulders, getting everything loose, getting everything ready to exercise. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, well done. Take a deep breath here. And when you're ready, we're going to go back to that feet pedaling. So we're going to get, as always, we do the pedaling of the feet quite a lot. That's going to get the blood pumping around, get those ankles moving, start to make us feel a little bit warmer. On that scale of 1 to 10, 1 being easy and 10 being hard, we're about a 3, okay? Maybe edging towards a 4, but not too much. So 5 more seconds here. 4, 3, 2, and 1, well done. So we're going to do side bends. So I'll show you seated to start. So just like we did them before, hands by your side. Bend to one side and then the other side, but both sides of the bum are staying flat on the floor. Seated, I'm going to put my hands by my side. We're going to bend to one side, so I'm tracking the hands down the side of the leg. If you want to use a bit of support, hand on, and then change. But just imagine that you are between 2 panes of glass. So you can't go forward, you can't go to the side. You're just going to go, sorry, you can't go forward, you can't go backwards. We're just going to go side to side. 10 more seconds. So remember, if you're seated, keeping both sides of the bum flat on the floor. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Making your way back to that start position. Deep breath here. Breathe it out. We're going to go back to that pedal. Okay, so again, if you want to, having your hands on that chair if you're standing, we can take one hand off and start to introduce that arm and then change. If you feel comfortable, you can have both arms. Seated, it's exactly the same. 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Bringing that to a stop. Show you an exercise seated first, okay? So we're going to do some heel and toe. So one foot, we go toe, heel, toe, heel. Okay, really simple. Standing, again, using that chair for support. 1 foot, toe, heel, toe, and heel. Okay? You can use one hand on, you could use a finger, whatever level of support feels right for you. But just tap that toe, excuse me, tap that heel. Good. Couple more. And then, excuse me, when you're ready, we change foot. Toe and heel, toe and heel. Good work. Standing up nice and tall. Looking forward, getting those air in, nice deep breaths. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Bring those feet down. We're resetting after that heel and toe. Feet are hip width apart, sitting at the front of your chair, draw that head up. When you're ready, let's start pedaling the feet. So definitely now starting to get those arms involved. We want to get that heat up slightly more. You should be feeling slightly warmer. That's normal. You might feel your breathing has got up a little bit. That's normal, okay? But not too much. We're still only 3 or 4 out of 10. Any more than that, slow it down a little bit. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Resting there. I'm going to show you the next exercise seated, and then you'll show you standing. So we're going to do some hip circles or hip to rib. So we did this last week on the seated. What you do is bring that hip bone up towards your rib, back down, and then the other side. So you're closing the gap here. Standing, what I'd like you to do is just circle the hips around. Nice big circles. So we're getting the side muscles warmed up. So we circle them standing, and seated, we close that gap here. Let's just circle around. If you're standing, change direction, so just circling those hips. Big or small, it's up to you. Good work. Lovely job. Good. 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. One more exercise to finish off this warm-up. You've guessed what it is. We're going to pedal the feet, okay? So just now getting those arms involved, we're coming to the end of the warm-up. We should be getting that nice bit warmer, getting ready for our dynamic endurance. So getting those arms going, okay? We're leaving the toes on the floor. I'm still standing up nice and tall. 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic. Bring that down to a stop. Well done. Warm-up is done. Let's take a nice deep breath here. We're going to breathe out. Good. So, as always, we go to our dynamic endurance. This is about getting the heart rate up. It's getting the heart and lungs working. We're going to start to get a little bit of a sweat on. So 3 exercises, and I'll show you seated, and then I'll show you standing. Okay, we've done them all before. First one's going to be a march, okay? Then we're going to do some toe taps. I want just 10 and 2 o'clock on the clock, okay? 10 and 2. And then we'll do some punches. So we'll do each exercise for 30 seconds, then again for 45 seconds, and then we'll bring it back down for 15 seconds. We're doing a nice little curve, all right? So I'm going to do it standing with you. We're going to start with a march in 3, 2, 1, off we go. So if you want to use a chair for support, not a problem. If you can, take one hand off and then maybe the other hand. If you want to, you can use both. If you want to make it a little bit tougher, make that range of movement bigger. Don't worry about going faster. Pump the arms slightly higher. Same if you're seated. Good. 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Seated, exactly the same for the toe taps. Standing, I'm going to turn sideways to my chair. 10 and 2 o'clock. In 3, 2, 1. Off we go. So just tapping that toe out. Seated, exactly the same. 10 and 2. 10 and 2. Well done. Good work. Nice deep breath. Standing up lovely and tall. Let's get those tummy muscles engaged. Let's get it working. So you want to make it harder, slightly bigger step. Fantastic. Good. 10 seconds. Should be feeling that heart rate. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Coming back to center, feet are hip width apart. Standing up tall, sitting up tall. Let's punch it out. So 30 seconds of punches, keeping that heart rate up. Good. So just punch and back, punch and back. This is all about working those heart and lungs. This is going to allow us to do activities for longer. Okay? Lovely job. 10 more seconds. Nice deep breaths. You're doing fantastic. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. So a nice deep breath here. Breathe out. We're going to do that all again, slightly longer this time. Okay? So we're going to go back to that march. Are you ready? 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Off we go. So I want a slightly bigger movement if you can. Again, you can use a hand for support. If you're seated, really start to get those arms pumping. Okay? Lovely job. So it's 45 seconds this time, so it's slightly longer. But we can do it. We can do it. So peeling that foot off the floor. I want you to imagine you're a proud soldier on that upright chest. I want you to reach your head up to the ceiling. Seated or standing. Sit up tall, stand up tall. 10 seconds. Well done, everybody. Fantastic work. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Are you ready for those toe taps? Here we go. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Off we go. 10 and 2. Add an arm if you want to. Okay? And you can do it around this chair. Seated exactly the same. Start to add that arm. Good. So by increasing the arm movement, we're going to make the heart work harder. Okay? It's got to move 2 limbs at once. If this is too much, take the arms out. Get to a pace that works right for you. About 5 out of 10 is a good one for this one. 10 more seconds. Nice deep breaths. I'm feeling warm, I hope you are. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic. Bring those legs back, feet hip width apart. Sitting at the front of your chair, draw yourself up. Let's punch. Here we go, punch it out. So 40 seconds of punching. I'm going to take this curve back down. Okay, so this dynamic endurance, we work up that curve. We go up, we've got our main peak now, and then we're going to come back down the hill and cool down a little bit for our strength and balance. Good, 20 seconds, you're doing well. Just punch it out. Good work. 15. Just nice and light on those punches. Nice and light. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Bring those hands down. We're going to go around those exercises again. We're going to slow it down. We're going to do it for 15 seconds. I want you to feel a little bit lazy while you're doing this. Okay? So back to that march. We're going to take the arms out in 3, 2, 1. Off we go. So it's just a little swing of the upper body. I want you to imagine like your batteries are running out. Okay, just coming to the end now. Just to get down that curve, just to cool down a little bit. 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Plant those feet, we're going to go for toe taps. No arms. 3, 2, 1. Off we go. 10 and 2. Just tap it out, bring it back. Tap it out, bring it back. Nice and lazy, smaller range of movement. Good work. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Bring those feet back in. Hip width apart. Hands come up, some nice light boxing. In 3, 2, 1. Off we go. You see how slow I'm moving now? We're just taking nice deep breaths just to settle ourselves back down while we head for our strength and balance section. Okay, feel that heart rate. I'm starting to feel a little bit cooler now. 5 seconds, 3, 2, and 1. Well done, fantastic work, good. Let's pause here, take a nice deep breath in and breathe out. Good work, okay. So we're going to work our balance and strength now. So we've done all these exercises before seated. If you want to come up to standing now and join in the balance and strength, please do so, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is quite challenging in terms of balance. We're going to do tiptoes. So if you're seated, I said we have done this before, come up onto your toes. That may be enough for you, or you can stay up and walk, okay? Standing, I want you to use your chair for support. Keeping those feet hip width apart, we rise up onto the toes and then back down. And I want you to bring your awareness to your toes. Seated or standing, I want all 5 toes, mainly the big toe, to stay in contact with the floor, sorry. It's really tempting to roll that foot out. We need to stay all 5 toes in contact, okay? If you're standing and you want to progress it, stay on toes and walk. That may be too much. You can go back to just up and down. 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good work. Take a pause here. Take a deep breath. Breathe it out. Then go onto a heel stand. Seated, we've done this before. So you're going to bring your feet up onto your heels. You're going to pull those toes back towards your calf. And then you can go back down. Option, walk here. Try not to rock side to side. Standing, it's exactly the same. This is quite challenging in terms of balance. So I'm going to give you options. Option 1 is 1 foot and then the other foot. It's quite a small movement. Option 2 is both feet. And this works even better if you want to pop yourself against a wall. So using that hand on the wall for balance. If you've got a little less confidence, you're not going to go anywhere. Okay? Just coming back onto those heels, using that chair, and then back again. Up and down. And really important when we do our balance work that we stand up tall, look forward, engage those tummy muscles. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Good. Deep breath here. Breathe out. Good. Next one we're going to work, I'm going to stand side onto my chair. Okay, I'll show you standing to start with. We're going to step forward with a little knee bend and then to the side with a little knee bend. So I'm going to stay this side forward and side. Okay, seated, what I want you to do, come forward with a little lean and side with a little lean. Stay on that side, forwards and side. This is a new one. So these are some lunges, forwards and side. Good. A few more on that side. So we just take a little step forward, bend the knee, and a step to the side. Last one, forwards and side. Good. And then we're going to do the other side. So I'm going to stand the other side of the chair. We go forwards and side. Forwards, change leg and you're seated as well. And side. Good. So we're strengthening those quad muscles and the inner thigh. So front and the inner thigh. This is also working our balance at the same time. This is going to help with our walking, with our stabilising, getting up and down stairs. Just really help with that knee as well, keeping that knee strong. One more. Forwards and side. Fantastic work. Good. Let me take my chair back. So we're going to do, next one is called an upward reach. So we're going to work the shoulders. all right? So I'm going to stand with my chair here. Now you've got options again. So I'm going to reach up and then with the other arm. If you want to, both arms and up and down. Same, exactly the same seated. Up and up. Or if you feel comfortable taking both arms off and you're standing, then take both arms off. And seated, it's exactly the same. Reach, so we're strengthening those shoulders. We're getting used to moving things into a high cupboard. Okay, couple more. Lovely. This is the last one. Good work. Rest there. Let's take a nice deep breath in. Breathe out. Good. This next one we do a lot. It's a really important one. It's called stepping over an object. Okay. So again, I'm standing side onto my chair, so I've got the space to move. I want you to imagine there's an object in front of you. Take a step over. And then the other leg, step over. We've done this seated a lot, okay? Step and step. Now, that object can be big or small. It can be whatever you want it to be. I'll remind you, seated. Step. So it may be a book, it may be a shoe, it may be a box. You choose the level of what you want to step over, okay? And remember how big it is, and remember your object, and picture something in your head. And then next week, are you stepping over the same thing? Or are you stepping over something bigger? Really easy to progress this one. 10 more seconds. This is really obvious, it's just getting around clutter, stepping over wires, stepping over things in our room. 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic, well done. Let's pause here and reset. Feet are hip width apart. Just get that head up to the ceiling. Take a nice deep breath in. Breathe out. Good. We're going to work the upper body. So this is the same standing as it is seated, so I'll just show you standing. I'm going to show you side on. If you're comfortable taking 2 hands off, we reach forward, we pull back. Forwards, back. And notice that my elbows are driving past my body, so I squeeze my shoulder blades together. If you're not happy taking a hand off, do one arm and then the other arm. I want to reach and a pull. And I'm pulling that hand all the way back. So seated, reach full, reach forward and pull back. Reach and pull. Good. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Good. I'm going to show you this one seated first. We're going to do a bit more balance work, okay? And then we'll go up to standing. So again, we've done this one before. Most important thing for this one, seated, is to keep both sides of your bum flat on the chair. So what you're going to do is lift a leg, and then lift the up leg. Excuse me. You want to avoid leaning, okay? So just keeping both sides of the bum on the floor. Standing, you've got some options. So if you want to lift a leg all the way up, you can do. If that's too much, go onto your toe, and the other toe. Choose your options. You can lift all the way up, you can lift a tiny bit off the floor, or you can go onto your tiptoe and just tap a toe on the floor. That's also going to work your balance, and you can progress on from there. But nice and slow. And I'm using that chair for support. Okay, that's what it's there for. Using that chair. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Good. Okay, a couple more exercises to go. So we're going to work the shoulders. This is called the dumb waiter, and it's the same seated as standing. So your elbows are going to go into your waist, and we want a straight line down to your hands. Okay? So imagine you're holding a plate in each hand. You're going to rotate and in. Rotate. It's quite a small movement. Okay? My elbows stay attached and I just rotate and in. Nice deep breaths. So I'm trying to keep my hands nice and horizontal. I'm not going to come out too far. If you can bring them out here, you've disconnected your elbows. So keep them in, out and in. Lovely job. 2 more. 1 more. Nice. Rest there. Good. We're going to do some nice gentle side. I want you to work the side of the hip now. Okay? So all I want you to do, using your chair for support, if you're standing, step together, step and in. Nice and slow. Seated, exactly the same, but just stay within the width of your chair. And this isn't too fast, we're not getting the heart rate up, we're just working the side of the hip and the inner thigh. So I really like you to go nice and slowly as you're doing this. So step and in. Again, using that chair for support if you would like to. And as I come, bring that foot in, as I come together, I keep that little bit of distance between my feet, okay? This is really important. We don't want to be here, that's not stable. We get a nice hip width apart. Step and in, step and in. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Reset here, feet are hip width apart, nice deep breath in. Breathe out. Last exercise is a lateral raise. This is exactly the same as seated as standing. Okay, so you can have your chair here for a bit of balance. Now you can do that way. 2 arms, so we float up and we float slowly down. Okay, if you're standing, if you're seated, do both arms. If you're standing and it's too much, 1 arm on, float, and then the other arm, float. But you choose your level. I just want to work that shoulder. Okay, 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic, well done. Excellent work. Nice deep breath here. And breathe out. Good. We're going to flip the order a little bit here because I want to sit you down for stretching, but we're just going to add in some Tai Chi before we sit down. Okay, so we've done this before seated, but I'm going to offer you a standing option. The first one is rowing the boat. So I'm going to show you side on. I'm just going to take a little step forward with one leg. It doesn't matter which leg, okay? And all you're going to do, so if you're sitting, bring your hands up to those rowing positions. We row forwards and back. And if you're standing, I'm just shifting the weight forwards and backwards, nice and slow. If you feel comfortable doing that. If you want to sit down and do the seated option, you can still row forwards and back with that little lean with the body, okay? And just introduce your breathing. So you breathe in as you go out, and you breathe out as you pull back. Or the other way, it doesn't matter, okay? But that standing option, I said just 1 foot, we just shift forwards and shift back. Just a little shift, not too far, just shifting the weight. Good. 2 more. 1 more. Nice deep breaths. Lovely. Rest there. The next one is painting the wall. So we've done this before, but we're just going to add a little bit of legs in if you're standing. So imagine you've got your paint brushes, seated, join in, the hands go up, the arms flop. As we get to the top, we flip the hands and we just lower the legs. And then we come up and down. So just that tiny little knee bend if you're standing. If you're seated, up and down. So it doesn't matter if you're seated or standing, okay? Up and down, nice and gentle. But again, using that little knee bend as we come down, just to get the bottom of the wall. 2 more, up and down. last one, and down. Fantastic, good work. Come down to seated for me, okay? So just take that chair, because we're going to do a nice little cool down seated, and then we're going to stretch, okay? So just another couple of minutes and then you're done. So what I want you to do, nice and gentle when you're ready, is give me a nice relaxed march. No arms, we're just going to bring that heart rate down. It's really important that we don't just stop exercise. We need to cool down, and then we're going to have a little stretch. But we're going to do it seated, because the stretching is very challenging standing up. So I prefer to stretch seated. So in 5 seconds, we're going to go into that pedal. 3, 2, and 1. Just start to pedal those feet. Sitting up tall, lovely deep breath. Good. Excellent work. Good. Just keep pedaling. Now when you're ready, just give me some nice relaxed toe taps. 10 and 2, but it's a really small clock. Okay, really small clock. So you're not going out too wide. Look how small my stride is. Nice and gentle. Lovely job. 10 seconds. Taking those nice deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then you're ready, just some nice little pedals. Really slow, really small. Lovely. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic, rest there. We'll have a little stretch, okay? So sitting down for me, come towards the front of your chair and just stretch one leg forward. I want you to pull that toe back towards you. So we're stretching through the calf, the bottom of the lower leg. Just pulling that toe back, sit up lovely and tall. Nice deep breath here. Breathe out. And then relax the foot, and you'll feel that stretch go up into the back of the thigh. Nice deep breath here. Breathe out. Bring that leg back in. Let's do the other side. So stretch that leg out, pull that toe back towards you. We're stretching through the calf. Nice tall posture. Taking that deep breath here. Breathe out. Relax the foot. Sit up tall, feel the stretch going to the back of the thigh. Deep breath here. Breathe it out. And bring that foot back in. Lovely. Just one more stretch. I want you to take your arms out as wide as you possibly can. So really stretching those arms out wide. We're going to take a lovely deep breath here. Breathe it out. And I want you to round forward and reach those arms forward as far as you can. Just round off that upper back and a lovely stretch forward. Deep breath. And breathe out. Good. Relax. Rest those arms down. Fantastic. Well done, everybody. So we've added the standing option this week. We'll continue to stretch sitting down. It's just a lot easier to do that. It's quite difficult to get into a lot of the positions and quite difficult to show it on camera. We do have a go at this at least twice more before we move on. You'll see that the standing options are a bit more challenging, but that's where we get the good results from. But if there's any problems at all, you just need to let me know, and I hope to see you all very soon. Take care.